People to like you. Use your people. Entering into the Herbalife game, okay? And with all games, okay, with all games, there are certain rules that you play when you play the game. And if you know the rules of the game good enough, you can win the game. Okay, and so we're gonna take Herbalife and play it like it's a game here today and see how it works. Okay? Because once you know how to play the game of Herbalife, it's unbelievable if you know the game and you know what the rules are. And as long as you follow the rules, you can win the game. And in Herbalife, as long as you follow the game, you can go anywhere that you want to because it's your own financial decision on how much you want to work and play the game. You see, if you want to stay a supervisor, you can be a supervisor forever in Herbalife, forever. And we will love you. Forever. Forever, we will love you. If you want to be a world team member, okay, and you want to be a world team member forever, we will love you forever. Forever. And if you want to be a Get Team member, you can be a Get Team member and we will love you forever. We will love you. And the same thing at Millionaire Team and President's Team and Chairman's Club and Founder Circle, because everybody, okay, everybody in the room makes up the Taking Good Nutrition around the world, okay? And for you, it's your own decision on how much you want to talk, because there's use the products, wear the button, and there's talking to people. And it's how many people that you talk to that really is the game of Herbalife, because when you're talking to people, everything is a percentage of everything. In other words, when you talk to people about the product, there's going to be a certain percentage of the people that you talk to on the product that are going to say, no, I don't want to buy the products. And by the way, when they say no, they don't mean no. Okay? The most reason why people will say no to you, okay, and when you're new, you take this personally. When they say no to you, it doesn't mean that you're new and you don't know the presentation, so that's why they don't buy. Okay? The reason why people most don't buy, okay, is the fact that they've tried 5 things before, okay, or 6 or 7 things before, and they just don't have it in them to try one more time. You see, and that's why we like you to use the products and come to the meetings and see the testimonials, so that you feel so strong about the products that that feeling comes across to them, okay, and maybe that feeling gets them to try one more time, okay? So when someone says no to you, don't take it so personal, okay, because at a point, you can only get so good about what you say about the Herbalife products, okay? You can only get so good. So some people are going to say no, and then some people are going to say yes. And out of the people that say yes, some of them are going to give you referrals, and then some of them are going to become your best distributors that you've ever gotten in the business. When you come down to the basics of the business, everything's about ring, ring. Now, when I say ring, ring, that means something that you're doing to talk to people, okay? No matter what it is. We can talk about all the methods all day long, but everything is a percentage of everything. So it doesn't make any difference what you do. What's important is that you're clear on what you need to do. And what you need to do is talk to enough people every single day so you can get ring, ring going on. Because if you got ring, ring going on, you're going to talk to a certain amount of people that say yes, and a certain amount of people are going to join. First line. Then there's going to be a certain amount of the people that you sign up first line that are going to go to supervisor. And there's going to be a certain amount of people that go to supervisor, get with the deal and say, I'm going to get on to the world team. And a certain amount of the people that get the world team are going to go to the get team. And a certain amount of the people that get the get team are going to get the millionaire team. And a certain amount of the percentage of the people that get the millionaire team are going to go president's team. And all you've got to do is keep doing this ring, ring, sponsor, sponsor, supervisor, supervisor. This will get you your 5 legs eventually to get the chairman's club. And that's all it is. Your percentages always increase when you got momentum going on. If you're only out here and you're sponsoring 1 or 2 people a month or 6 or 7 people a year, listen, you're the percentages of people going, wow, this is incredible. Wow, this is unbelievable. Let's get in. It's hot. Let's go to the get team, are small. But when you're out here doing it all the time and you start getting momentum and it looks like everything's happening and your check's going every month, okay, people say it's going, it's happening, it's clear. I need to sign up. I need to get in now. I need to go to get team. So your percentages, write this down, increase when you have momentum. Write that down. That means it's actually easier when you're working harder. I'm telling you, this is an hour conversation with this guy in the back of the room in Japan, trying to figure it out. He's making $1 million. What's the secret? What's the secret? What's the secret? Do it again. And then do it again. That's the secret. And you should have seen the look on his face. It was like I had just given him, oh, that's how I go to 2 million? You mean that's how I go to 3 million? That's how I go to 4? I said, yes. He says, okay, I'll do it. It was amazing. Yeah, that's the little secret. Just do it some more. And stick around no matter what level it is that you're at. Do it some more. Over and over and over and over and over. And I know you guys have heard that over and over and over and over again, haven't you? Well, you're going to hear that over and over and over and over and over again until you get it, that all you got to do is keep doing it over and over and over and over again. Because that's what it's about. Doing it over. If we really want to play the Herbalife game and do it fast, okay? Now, what I'm telling you here is not for everybody, okay? I'm gonna talk to you for the next half an hour, okay, as if everybody in the room wants to get rich, okay? How many people would like to be on the president's team?
Me.
Got 2 hands up. Yeah. Everybody. Okay? Now I'm going to teach you how to get on the president's team. Okay? And there's only a couple of secrets about getting there. Okay? And you're all going to learn this all. This next half an hour is the most important half an hour of all the time that we spent with you. Okay? Now I know we've been here for a long time, and I know sitting this way for a lot of you, this is new. Okay? But now's not the time to tune out. Okay? Now's the time to tune in and listen, because this is the most important half an hour of playing the game of the Herbalife, okay? And so now we're going to enter the game of getting in.
Oh, snap. What up, you guys? Welcome to the call. Welcome to the Sunday team call. Is going down. Active World Team member Jerry Cooper, been in the business 4.5 years. It's been awesome. It's been an amazing ride. Got started on my nutrition plan, lost 4% body fat, gained 4 pounds of lean muscle, healthy weight. It was exciting. I was fired up, and I was excited to talk to people about what was possible. Started talking about the opportunity, started building team members, started building a business, started to create an organization. So it's been amazing. But right now we have a guest speaker. You guys know who he is. I remember the first time this man called me, right? I hit Active World Team. I'll never forget. I see a 310 number calling me, and I'm like, who is this 310 number? So I answer the phone. He's like, Coop. And I'm like, yo, what's good? He's all like, yo, man, it's Jerry. And I'm like, oh, wait, I think this is Jerry, the guy that makes a lot of money. I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, man, nothing much, man. I seen this year Active World Team. Good, congratulations, da-da-da-da-da. You know what they say that's about Baby Prez, man. Congrats, you're on your way. Just to let you know, we have a promo going to L.A. To Palm Springs. So just let you know, qualify so I can meet you. Click. And I'm like, okay, for sure. Went to Palm Springs, met Jerry, and went down from there. We've been boys ever since. He's always talked vision into me. He's always talked numbers into me. He's always told me that I could do it. He's always told me that I could be a President's Team member. And for that, I'm always appreciative because he's always had my back from the gate. But because of that, future 15K President's Team member, Jerry Graham, is going to be our guest speaker on the call today to go over the new wave of what we're about to do within our organization so we can push this to Global Expansion Team, Millionaire Team, and President's Team. So go ahead, Jerry. It's on you.
Well, I appreciate you telling that little lie, but what happened, guys, is when I called him and said he's a no-cal guy. So when I called and said this is Jerry, he goes, Jerry Rice, you got to be kidding me. But it wasn't Jerry Rice. It was just me. So anyway, yeah, Active World Team. We got to get all you guys to Active World Team this year. So it's important. So let's see here. We got, I don't know if I've met everybody. In fact, I don't know if I've met anybody except for Jerry and Amanda. Have I met anyone else? Yeah, Bridge, I met you before. Okay, so you guys are new, huh? I know you guys have questions for tonight. How many of you guys were on the supervisor call on Friday? Did any of you guys hear that supervisor call?
Did not hear.
Cool. Yeah, you guys need to watch that. I was the guest speaker, and it's going to talk a lot about – I talked a lot about getting ready for 2019, so I recommend you guys watch that. It was actually a decent call. It wasn't just some boring content thing. So where do we want to go with this tonight? So you guys, I started in 2005. I was Mark and Jill Addy's very first distributor ever. I hit World Team my very first month. I did 11,000 volume my very first month. And about 6 months after that, I quit Herbalife for about 4.5 years. Okay. And then I came back in 2009, realized it was the best gig in town. Came back in 2009 and went on to hit President's Team in 4 years and 4 months. It was 13 months to Active World Team. It was 13 months to Global Expansion Team. It was 13 months to Millionaire Team. And it was 13 months to President's Team. And I tell you guys that for a reason, because number one, I quit and came back. So that's pretty crazy. But number two, the reason that happened, Active World Team is 10,000 and it took 13 months. Get Team is 20,000. It took another 13 months. That makes sense. But Millionaire Team is 80,000 and that took 13 months. And President's Team is 200,000 and that took 13 months. Those numbers don't seem to make sense. But the way things go, you guys, if you're in a system, inside of Herbalife and your team members are in a system, everybody goes really fast and everybody goes. There were 41 President's Team members in North America in 2013 and 2014. That's Canada, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, everything, you guys. Trinidad and Tobago, United States. Of those 41, we had 13 of them. So our organization had 13 out of 41. It's not because we had the best people. It's not because I'm smarter than Jerry Cooper. It has nothing to do with that, you guys. It has to do with the fact that my upline, Mark and Jill Addy, put together a system that I could follow. And that was it. You know, it's like, why do guys like Derek Fisher have longer careers than Allen Iverson? Because Derek Fisher just stayed in a system. He practiced. He enjoyed practice. You know, he did all of the fundamentals. So after hitting President's Team, our business model shifted really from a Fit Club fitness model to a social media model. And if you guys have paid attention, all right, and I'm going to be really direct on this call. If you guys have paid attention, how many of you were at Extravaganza? Amanda, Jerry, Bridge, Keisha. Okay. There were about 44 people that walked as president's team members this year. Okay, you guys, and that's important for you to know that. 44 president's team members. Well, there were only 24 in 2013, and there were only 17 the year after that. There were 41 in 2 years, and last year we had 44. So something's working. But if you were at Extravaganza, you saw two types of people walk the stage. You saw Latin American celebrities from other countries, talk show hosts, entertainers, fitness models, soap opera, literally. The 6 people that were on the panel were international celebrities. And when you're an international celebrity, you can recruit a lot of people. Okay, they had a lot of president's team members this year. Okay, the other group that you saw, how do I put this? Bunch of slightly overweight white people with nutrition clubs. That's what it was. Bunch of guys from Detroit and Columbus, Ohio, and Arkansas, and Oklahoma, and Tulsa, and and when I saw that, it's like, how come we don't have anybody walking the stage? How come there's no fit people walking the stage? How come there's no abs on stage? How come there's no one's talking about Fit Club anymore? And you guys, what I realized is there are 2 business models right now in North America, and that's it. You guys can run Fit Club and get to Active World Team. And I'm just being straight with you. You can run Fit Club and get to Active World Team. You can run 21-day challenges and get to Active World Team. You can do online challenges and get to Active World Team. You can recruit your friends and family and get to Active World Team. Okay? But you guys, it's very difficult to get to President's Team just running a Fit Club model. And the reason we were able to do it so well in LA is because we had 13 million people to choose from, and we invented it. Okay, that's like a dentist inventing teeth. You know what I mean? It's like we invented a business model in the most health-conscious city on the planet where there were 13 million people. Well, of course we got 26 Pres team members, but how come we're not getting Pres team members all over the place? How come we don't have any in Boston and New York and Dallas and Miami, Florida? And all how come we don't have, we have a couple, we've got Will and Reefa, man. They're the only ones not from Los Angeles, you guys. Christy Burnham. There's like 3 or 4 people not from that original group that got to President's Team. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because Fit Club is not the way to get to Pres Team, you guys. Okay? And social media isn't the way to get to President's Team. What Jorge and Disney are not telling you guys, and it's not their fault, but what they're not telling you guys is they spend tens of thousands of dollars a month on worldwide Facebook and Instagram boosting. They spend hundreds of thousands of dollars building their followings. Okay? The 4 people that they had on with them on stage are international celebrities from foreign Latin-speaking countries. Okay? I have a mill team member in my organization who has sponsored 700 people this year. Frontline, you guys. Okay? Of those 700, I don't remember exactly what the number was, but 673 had Spanish last names. Latin last names. And Mark and Jill have 44,000 distributors, you guys. Mark and Jill have 44,000 distributors, and underneath Mark and Jill, there are 3 that are good at social media. That's it. 3. Aubrey and Roxy do 20, 25,000, 30,000 documented volume a month, and they sponsor between 10 and 100 people a month. Ari and Dula do 40,000 a month, and they sponsor about 20 people a month. And Maritza does about 100,000 a month, and she was sponsoring about 100 people a month. Okay? Last month, you guys, those 3 groups combined sponsored 15 people total. Those 3 total. In March, they were doing 300. Last month, they did 15 people. In March, they did over 200,000 between the 3 of them. Last month, they did a little over 30. So the 3 top people in the entire Addy organization, who are the only ones who are good at social media, are even having issues with social media. And you guys, let's just set the record straight. Social media is not, I'm hot, hey guys, buy products from me. because that's what people think it is. Oh, just post 12 times a day and be consistent and inspire people and you'll get the president's team. Bullshit, you guys. If that's the case, how come nobody in the Addy org got the Pres team last year? Everybody in the Addy org is posting, I'm hot, look how good looking I am. Hey guys, I'm a smoking hot girl, buy some products from me. Well, how come no one got the president's team last year? Right? We got the best looking people. You know, if that's the case, you know, how come Jerry Cooper didn't get to president's team? He's good at social media. And so you guys, I just want you to get clear. That's not a business model. It's just, unless you got tens of thousands of dollars to pump into it, unless you're willing to buy followings, unless you're going to find a way to sponsor celebrities, it's not a business model, you guys. It's just not available to me. Like I said on the call Friday, I'm a smart guy, pretty good looking dude, very, very successful. I can't get a job at Hooters. There's not that there's something wrong with me, but Hooters isn't going to hire me. It's not available to me. I can't get a job with the FBI. They only hire people under 37 years old. Same thing with social media, you guys. You got to put it down. You just got to set it down. It's not working. I got too many people in my organization that are way too talented, way too charismatic, that have been doing this 5 or 6 years, 4 or 5, 6 years, and they're not at Get Team, Mill Team, and Press Team. You guys, this social media thing, on stage, it's a big lie. And I'm just telling you guys that because this is your call and I can be as straight as I want. It's just a big lie. And everybody in LA is still trapped in this bubble. They all think it's going to work. If you haven't hit Mill Team, Get Team, Press Team in 5 years of doing social media, it ain't going to work, you guys. You know? So I'm just setting the record straight of what's available. I saw 2 groups walk the stage last year, international celebrities and nutrition club owners. That's what I saw. No one else. Style didn't walk the stage. Super Mario didn't walk the stage. Garen didn't walk the stage. I mean, we got some people. You know what I mean? Aubrey didn't walk the stage. Ari and Dula, they didn't walk his millionaire team. They're doing 40,000 documented a month and sponsoring 20, 30 people a month. How come they're not millionaire team? Does that make sense to you guys? Is this making sense? And you guys can take yourselves off mute because I actually just want to have a conversation as long as there's no noise in the background. But you know, what are you guys hearing? Like, Takesha, what are you hearing on this?
I'm hearing that we have to literally think outside the box.
Here's what I'm saying. We don't have to think outside the box. We have to pick up the correct box. That's it. You know what I mean? If you're in LA and want to go to New York, I wouldn't go west. It's going to take a while. That's just the wrong box. You guys, we got about 3 to 5 years to execute on this nutrition club business model. And I'm going to talk to you guys why this is such a good model. And I've already heard the language from the LA bubble. And here's what they say. And these are not words that I would use, so don't repeat this. But I didn't get into Herbalife to be a slave to blenders. Well, Tim Hendricks is making $70,000 a month. He's not having a problem being behind a blender. He's making $70,000 a month. JJ made $38,000 last month. He doesn't have a problem with blenders. You know, Ryan Baker made $55,000 last month. Tim Files made over $1 million last year just from his nutrition clubs before Herbalife even cut him his check. Tim Files made $30,000 last year just selling Liftoff out of his clubs. I just visited a nutrition club in Tulsa. One of the guys, he's my age. He didn't look it. He looked 65. He was 65 pounds overweight, and he looked 65. He had 215 preferred members order last month under him. So what I'm saying, you guys, is the next 3 to 5 years, all I'm doing is clubs. I'm not messing with anything else. All right? And even the people in my organization that are excellent at social media, and I've already mentioned them, they're switching to clubs too, you guys. They're switching to clubs. You can't have 115 supervisors and have no tab team members and expect to get to president's team. It just doesn't work that way, you guys. So, Amanda, what are you hearing?
I'm just hearing that social media isn't like the only direction that we can go. And like the way that we're doing like challenges and stuff, like yes, it's bringing like our people in and like making it fun for our clients and stuff. But I already know already that running challenges every month is not going to bring any of us to Pres Team. So,
Right.
Mhm.
So where it used to be Fit Club was number one, challenges were number two, whatever. Social media was number three. You know what I mean? Now you have to flip that stuff upside down. Now it's nutrition clubs number one, challenges are number two, Fit Club and social media are number 3 and 4. But these 2, 3, and 4 are just to support the club, you guys. And I gave these numbers on Friday. I don't know when I gave these numbers. So I know of a Millionaire Team member who has 115 supervisors and didn't hit Millionaire Team last month. And I know of another Millionaire Team member who has 49 supervisors and hit Millionaire Team last month. 115 supervisors did not hit Millionaire Team last month. 49 supervisors hit Millionaire Team last month. Which business would you guys rather have? You want to have to get 300 or 400 supervisors to get to President's Team? Because that's what social media is. So it's taken me 2 years to figure this out. It's taken me 2 years to get my head out of my ass. It's taken me 2 years to set my pride down and say, maybe I got to put an apron on and get some powder on me. Maybe I have to do that. If not, I'm not gonna. My check just kept going down and down and down, you guys. And I'm a Pres Team member, and my check got so low last December that I was looking for a job. Well, that's scary. It's because most of my organization is trapped in that LA bubble. Most of my organization thinks that what they've been doing the past 4 or 5 years that has gotten them nowhere is just somehow going to get them somewhere. Does that make any sense to you guys? And I'm not picking on anybody, but Amanda, you've been World Team 3, 4 years? Jerry, you've been active World Team 4 years? It's like, you guys, if what you've been doing hasn't changed anything, then we got to change this. And you guys are so super talented that all you got to do is pick up the right box. We don't have a lot of lower level people in our organization. I mean, look at our group, you guys. They're smart, they're attractive, they're charismatic. I mean, we got good people. Stephanie's entire line is just charisma. It really is. Jen Young and Sabette and Patrick Livingston and Jerry and Stephanie and Anthony. It's just like personality. But they're all trapped in the wrong box, you guys. So the reason nutrition clubs are killing it is because only 30% of the marketplace is even into fitness. So like 3 out of 10 people are actually into fitness. And now you take that 3 out of 10 people and it's like, okay, out of that 30%, I'm going to find people that want to work out Thursday night in the park at 7:00 with this specific workout. And they're going to drink a tea and a shake after. And it's like, hope the weather's good. It's like, do you guys understand how hard of a sell that is? I mean, you guys are battling against Barry's Boot Camp and Equinox and Orange Theory and Yoga Works. That's what you guys are battling against when you're trying to run a fit club. That's crazy. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. You know what I mean? And then the social media model, that just takes money. I'm not doing it. But this nutrition club model, you guys, it targets 100% of the people. We're going after McDonald's, Subway, and Starbucks. That's what we're going after. And if you look at a Starbucks is $1 million in overhead. It's $1 million build out. If you've ever been into a Starbucks, they got fireplaces and Bugattis and all kinds of stuff. It's ridiculous. I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, it's $1 million build out. Our build outs and our clubs are anywhere between 6 and 20,000. So to build out a club, you guys, it's going to take between 6 and 20,000. Sounds like a lot of money. It's not. We'll get to it. A Starbucks has to generate 600 to 800 people a day to be successful. Okay? Write this stuff down. A $1,500 a month club, you need 17 people a day to break even. 60 people a day for the bar to generate 4,000 in profit. And 100 people a day for the bar to generate 7,500 in profit. and 160 a day to make between 10.5 and 12.5. And when I say the bar, I mean just the people coming in the door, over the counter, Starbucks type business. 160 a day, Amanda, and your club will generate $10,000 to $12,500 a month in profit. 160 people a day. Subway, McDonald's, Starbucks. Okay. I believe a club is optimized when it does 100. I don't believe it's a club until it does 100. Okay. And a lot of the clubs that I've been to are not doing very many. And some of the clubs I've been to I went to a club last week. They do 260 a day. But on top of that money, on top of that 3,000, 7,500, or that 4,000, that 7,500, that 10,500, 12,500, that's just over the counter, you guys. An optimized club will match that in Herbalife money. So if Amanda's club is doing 160 a day, and that club is bringing in $10,000 in profit, which is 20,000 in volume, she'll also do another 10 or 20,000 outside of the doors. Preferred members, distributors, supervisors, coaches, people running Fit Club, challenges, all of that other stuff that you guys are doing as your primary business. A club doing 100 a day will generate, if it's done right, will generate about 20 to 25,000 a month in total business for each of you. Now, a lot of that is going to go to the staff. So what? We're going to talk about that. So if Jerry Cooper opens up an optimized club and gets it to 100 a day, he knows that club's making 7,500 a month. He may be working shifts and making some of that, but his entire organization's making the rest. And if you think about Starbucks, if you're a barista at Starbucks, number one, it's $9.75 an hour, and you work when they tell you to work, right? But if you're a barista on a Friday and 100 people come in, it's the worst day of your life. Could you imagine having to make 100 specialty coffees for all those yuppie guys like me for $9.75 an hour, right? But if you're a barista in Jerry Cooper's Nutrition Club and you're working 7 to 2 on Friday and 100 people come into Keisha, you walk out of there with $375 that day. I don't know what you guys are making at your jobs right now, but $375 for 1 day a week, it's pretty good money, you guys. And that's just from the people coming in and getting shakes and teas and bars and energy drinks and coffees. That doesn't include, to Keisha, all the people that sign up to become preferred members, because you get all the walk-ins that come in. Doesn't include anybody that you've invited and they come in and they become distributors and supervisors. Doesn't include Herbalife money. This business model is a river of people coming into your Herbalife business, you guys. And even if they don't sign up for Herbalife, they just paid full price for that day's meal. I don't know how many full programs you guys are doing a month right now. Did any of you guys sell more than 5 programs last month at full price? Full programs at full price. 160 people a day is 6 full programs a day. 6 full programs a day. 180 full programs a month with 160 people. Because every time they come in and spend $8, that's full price, you guys. It's actually 205%. It's more than you make selling a full program. I know this is recorded, so don't send this out, Jerry, but just whoever you give it to. But you guys, I don't want people buying full programs from me. I don't want them. I don't want to sell somebody a $200 program that they take home and try to make their own shake and try to make their own tea, and they got to do it 2 or 3 times a day. No, I want them coming into my club 3 or 4 days a week. I don't want them taking products home. That's like Starbucks doesn't want you buying a bag of beans. They sell a bag of beans for $16. They make $8. They don't want that. They want you coming in 3 or 4 days a week and bringing your coworkers and bringing your girlfriend and studying there and having your friends meet you. Same thing. Like if I'm a gym owner, I'm not selling you a Bowflex. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? You guys, these people coming in 3 to 4 days a week, this is a gold mine. And all we got to do is get the club open, be willing to work it, get it optimized, and then flip it. Jerry opens a club, and all of you guys work in the club, right? All of a sudden, Takesha takes over Fridays, and Amanda takes over Thursdays, and Corey takes over Wednesdays, right? And so on and so on. Once all 7 days are gone, Jerry's out of there. He just flipped his club. Now he's got his downline doing 20, 25,000 out of that club, and they're putting all that volume in their pockets, in their Herbalife accounts, and they're putting all of that profit, that 10,000 or 7,500 that club makes, it all goes to you guys. He doesn't care. Herbalife's cutting him a check for the 25,000. You see what I mean? And if that club's doing 25,000, Jerry, what does that make you?
That's first cut get.
Get team. Makes him get team, you guys. The 6 of you are running the club, chopping up $7,500 to $10,000 a month over the counter, matching it outside the doors. You see how this works? Now that's one club that's optimized. Then what happens? Well, Amanda goes and starts her own club, and she does the exact same thing. And Jerry goes and starts another club. Now Jerry's got his club and 2 other clubs in his organization. That's Millionaire Team, you guys. 8 to 15,000 a month. Just like that. Jerry gets a club open, optimizes it. Amanda gets a club open and optimizes it. Takesha gets a club open and optimizes it. Jerry's Millionaire Team. Right? And then Amanda flips her club. She hits get. Takesha flips her club. She hits get. Takesha goes and opens another one. Amanda goes and opens another one. Jerry goes and opens another one. Someone wanders in. They end up opening one. Next thing you know, Jerry's on his way to President's Team. You guys are on your way to Mill Team. Does this make sense, you guys? Meanwhile, every single day, you guys are all making money every single day. I don't know how much money you made from Herbalife today. I don't know how much money you made, but if you'd have worked the shift at a club, you'd have made somewhere between $50 and $350 today from the club. I don't know how much you guys made today from Herbalife, but it probably wasn't that much. That's why this business model is so good, you guys. It's $15,000 to get a club open. It's $1,500 a month in rent. You're going to have to work your ass off for 2 90-day plans or 3 90-day plans. But if you do it right, that club will generate a ton of money. Your team will want to take it over. You flip it and go do another one. That's all I'm going to do. And December last year, I had 0 clubs. Not Friday, but last Friday, I got my 9th club in my organization. Okay? And I haven't even opened my own. I haven't even optimized a club yet. I haven't even gotten into the game myself. But my team members are getting smart, and they opened 9 clubs. So I had the highest royalty growth in the Addy org this year. Just because 9 of my team members went and opened up clubs. And none of them are optimized yet. When those are optimized, 15K is guaranteed. Right? So I need to take the rest of my team that's willing to listen to me and understand that this is the only gig in town. And whoever will listen to me, it's my job to help them get into clubs. And the rest of them, you guys, this may sound harsh, and I'll even say this about a lot of Prez team members, they're not going to be in Herbalife 10 years from now. There's Prez team members that you see parading around on stage, and they're acting like celebrities and kings and queens and all of that crap. A lot of them aren't even going to be in Herbalife in 5 or 10 years because they're not going to adapt. They're going to be too proud to do this business model, and they're just not, or listen to their mentors. Like right now, I got Mark and Jill back involved, and I'm back involved, you guys. We're going. I spent the past 2 years researching this business model. I am clear that you guys can make a ton of money doing this, owning your own business, moving up the Herbalife marketing plan. I'm positive. And I'm also positive that not many of you have moved up in 3 or 4 years doing what you've been doing. And that's not to be harsh. It's just, I haven't either, you guys. My business dropped in half. From 2014 till last December, my business dropped in half. I was collecting $40,000 checks in 2014, you guys. Life was good, right? Got down to, and this is between us, but it got down to 13,000 in December. You know, and that's still pretty good money, you guys, but not compared to 40. You know what I mean? By the time they take taxes out of that and expenses and team promotions and rent and all that stuff, it's not that much, you guys. So anyway, so I just really want to take the time with you guys and explain why this thing is going to go. And these clubs are not big market clubs. If you think you're going to put one in downtown San Francisco, it ain't happening, you guys. It's too expensive. If you think you're going to put one in Hollywood, it ain't happening, you guys. It's too expensive. Or downtown Chicago, it ain't happening. So you guys, I'm moving. I'm moving to East Lansing, Michigan. I'm not excited about it, right? But some of you guys have got to be thinking that way. And the first thing people say is, well, I can't move. I've got auditions. Oh my God, LA bubble. LA bubble. What do you mean you got auditions? Show me your 1099 from your auditions last year. How much money you made? Well, I got volleyball tournaments. Show me your 1099, Jerry, from all the money you made playing volleyball last year. Right? So I'm moving, you guys. I'm moving to East Lansing, Michigan. I'm going to put a big fat club there. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to move one to Holt, Michigan. You guys don't even know these places. But the market for these nutrition clubs, you guys, is 6,000 to 200,000 people. You don't want to do a town smaller than 6 or 8 or 10,000, and you don't really need one bigger than 190,000 or 200,000. So Sacramento, Elk Grove, places like that. I got one going in Redding right now. Redding's up there somewhere. Stockton, you guys get the idea. Manteca, you guys get the idea where these clubs are going. And that's it. I mean, we can get into the business model. I know you guys have questions, but let's just start firing away. You guys. Say what's on your mind. Say what's on your heart. No one's going to get mad. It's like, hey, I got 6 kids. Jerry, I ain't moving anywhere. They're all in school. Great, we'll figure it out. Or, whatever. Or my parents are sick. I can't leave and just move and leave and ditch my – got it. You guys, there's stuff. I don't want to move to East Lansing, Michigan either, but I'm going to. So fire away. Tell me what you guys are – just any feedback you guys have, any questions you guys want to ask.
I know for me – that definitely sounds exciting, making $300 a day or, for whatever days you work the club. I know that sounds exciting. And then meeting people also with that meeting your Herbalife income. But I would say, I think for a lot of us are very interested in like, what's the beginning steps? Like, what should we be looking for as far as a place or a space?
Okay. Well, number one, I can help you with this. LoopNet is what I use. It's called LoopNet, LoopNet. You can sign up and get a free account. And it's just like searching for an apartment. You put in your parameters. I'm looking for 700 to 1,500 square feet. I want a lease. I want something that's retail or restaurant. Okay, here. You know what? We got time. Hang on here. You guys still there?
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys went. I just lost you. Hang on. Okay. I don't know where you guys are at, so. Okay. So, share screen. Desktop. All right. You guys can all see my screen?
Yeah.
This is LoopNet. I click on for lease. I put in East Lansing, Michigan. And I hit search. All right. I can get specific if I want. I can put, I want retail or a restaurant. And that's really what you want, you guys. You don't want the rest of this crap. I can even get more specific and put, I want something between 700 square feet and let's just say 3,000. Let's just say that. You don't want to go smaller than 700, but 800 to 1,100 is perfect. Okay. And when I hit search, okay, this is the first space that I looked at. Okay. This is an old 7-Eleven. It's 1,700 square feet. It's got its own parking lot. There's tons of these condos, and this is across the street from campus where there's 51,000 people. So this is in a town of 48,000 people that also has 51,000 students. I could literally throw a baseball from there and hit the dorms. Okay? It has its own parking lot, and all these brand new condos are literally right on top of it. Okay? Okay, now I didn't get this space because the owner of it rented it. I think he rented it to his sister-in-law for a yoga studio, but I didn't get this space. So I'll go back to results. Thursday, Mark Addy and I are looking at this space. It's right next to Fresh Time, which is just like a Whole Foods. So there's a, and here's the other thing, you guys. You're not going to get into a tier 1 area. You're not going to get in where Chipotle and Lululemon and Forever 21 are. Just forget, and Starbucks, forget about it. You're looking for tier 2 or tier 3 places, okay? Tier 1 is Lululemon, Forever 21, you know, Chipotle. It's no individual owners. And you don't want tier 4 either. Tier 4 is Boost Mobile, bail bonds, wig shop. You don't want that either. If you're not going to let your 5-year-old walk around the neighborhood, you don't want to be in that neighborhood. You want parking, you want location, you want plumbing, you want pedestrians or foot traffic, and you want price. So this space right here, it's right next to this natural thing here. See where the Subway is over on the far right? So this space is between Subway and Fresh Time. So in this place, there's a Domino's, a UPS, a Fresh Time, a Subway. It's right next door to Hot Yoga. It's right across from AT&T, all of those places, you guys. I call this a tier 2 space. So this space, if you see on the top here, is $10 to $18 a square foot. Let's just take $10. I'll give you an example. Since it's $10 to $18, you take that and divide by 12. I'm not trying to get all technical on you guys. So take 10 divided by 12. So that space is 83 cents a square foot. Times it by 1,700 square feet. That place is $1,416 a month in rent, you guys. Does that fit right into the 1,500 category? It does, doesn't it? 1,700 is plenty big enough, isn't it? See where this place is? See how the parking? See camp, all those brick buildings in the background, you guys. That's Michigan State's campus. 51,000 students. And look at all that parking. Look at this place. Cold Stone Creamery, Korean barbecue house. You guys get, there's no Forever 21 or Mercedes-Benz dealership or anything like that. So it's literally the first, second, third one there. They go Subway, Hot Yoga. It's that next space there. Do you guys get an idea of how I find these spots? I mean, you can do this in any city. And there's other ones here, you know, just to give you guys an idea. So that's how you start. You start looking for a space like that, right? And you start saving money. You know, it's going to cost about $8,000 to $20,000 to build out a club. About that. Okay, Mira and Jay just found a spot. It has plumbing. It has floors. It's beautiful. We're going to be able to build it out for about $8,000. Okay, between me, Mira, and Jay, you guys, that's about $2,700 each we have to come up with. Total build out for the club. And by the way, your build out money you get back later. Does it make sense? So like if the 9 of you opened up a club, you need a couple $1,000s each if you opened it up together. Okay? So I'm going to be opening up East Lansing by March. I know that I'm probably going to need $15,000 or $20,000. I'm opening it up with Tim Hendricks. So we're saving money now, you guys. I'm putting money in the bank. Tim's putting money in the bank. Every single month we put money in the bank because we want to open in March. Does that make sense? In the meantime, like if you guys say, like if Amanda says, I want a club by Extravaganza. Well, Amanda, you got 8 months. You got 8 months to find your location, save the money, get your 4 or 5 team members ready to go with you, and then you got to start diving into it now. You got to start running challenges now. You got to start killing the social media. You got to get your fit clubs ramped up. You got to talk to people, get them excited, and start getting people ramped up for. It's like I'm opening a club in East Lansing. I'm on social media and I'm posting all the people in the Lansing area, all of that stuff, you guys. I'm getting ready to open up a club. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
It sounds intimidating, you guys, but Anthony in New York, he's a nurse. He just opened up a club by himself. Mira and Jay, Mira works as a server at a restaurant and Jay works as a bartender. They just got their own club. I'm not even on the leash, you guys. You know what I mean? Marvin and Kyrie, they just opened up a club in Lakewood. They, Monica Torres just opened up one in Stockton. You guys, people are figuring this out. People figure out how to buy a car. They figure out how to go to college, all of that stuff. You guys, it's not that hard to figure out. And I can help with that. And I can also really help on build out. Mira and Jay's club is going to look like a $40,000 build out for $8,000. So you guys, as a team, you start thinking, where do we want a club? I want one in East Lansing, Michigan. There's 48,000 people there, 51,000 on campus. I'm very well connected back there. It's where I grew up. It's where I went to middle school, high school, and college. I've got so many resources I can tap into, and that club's $1,400 a month. So what? I got to move to Lansing for 6 to 9 months. Who cares? Get that club open. I'm going to learn everything inside out. Then I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to flip another one. I'm going to flip another one. And by 2020, I'm going to have 40 clubs, and I'm going to be a 20K press team member making a shitload of money, you guys.
What do you think about Vegas?
I mean, common sense. You're not going to put one next to Cosmopolitan.
Right.
But Summerlin probably has 26,000 people. Hang on.
Yeah, go ahead and do that thing.
What about Henderson, Nevada?
Same thing. Same thing. I was just throwing a name out.
And so you say you believe it takes about 4 to 5 you and your distributors to go ahead and open it.
Oh, wait till you see this. This is cool.
Or no.
What's that?
I say you need 4 to 5 distributors.
Look at Henderson, Nevada.
300,000 people.
300,000 people. I would call Herbalife literally on Wednesday, Jerry, and just ask Herbalife who has registered clubs in Henderson. Because Paul Pecorella and Paula, they might, but 302,000 people, that place can probably sustain 5 or 6 clubs, you guys. Who lives in Henderson, Nevada? Let me guess. Is it celebrities? Is it pro athletes? Is it actors? Is it actresses? Is it lawyers? Is it doctors? It's not. It's bartenders, blackjack dealers, servers, cocktail waitresses, massage therapists, middle-income couples who can't afford to live anywhere. Any of you guys from there?
I live there now.
Yeah, Keisha, how many regular, hardworking people is it?
Where we live at these are like retirement homes and vacation houses where I live.
Okay. I'm just saying, 300,000 people, and we got to get 160 a day into a club. Henderson looks pretty good to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got a few people out in Vegas actually in that area, which is kind of interesting. Obviously the Bay Area is expensive, but now that we see this website.
Yeah, Jerry, but I mean, I'd grab you and your key people, and I'd go to Nevada for 6 months or 8 months or 9 months, and I'd crush 3 or 4 clubs, and then you're off and running. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I think. Like, I wouldn't even think twice about it. I don't even think twice about moving to East Lansing. That's my move, you guys. That's totally my move.
Henderson.
Oh yeah, dude. It's not gonna be the greatest place to live, you know. Like, look at these places. Look how many are on the map, by the way.
Yeah.
That fell into the parameters of what I was just talking about.
That is a lot of places for sure.
I'm gonna narrow this down a little bit. I'm just doing this so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I just basically do every day. And Takesha, you're from there, so you would know where to go, you know? Like this place right here, look at this.
Well, I'm from Oakland, but I moved out here I've been here.
But look at right here. This is it right here. Look at this place. I mean, if that isn't perfect, I don't know what is. And they've got, this one's 1,160 square feet, Jerry, just to give you an idea. Let's just do this since we're doing that. And it's $19.80 a square foot a year. So if you take 1980, 19.8 divided by 12, it's $1.65 a square foot times 1160. It's $1,900 a month. Fits into our deal, you guys. Fits right into our deal. Look at that. Look at all those homes. Guarantee you there's no Orange Theory and Whole Foods, and I mean, there will be in certain areas, but not everywhere. You see what I mean, you guys? But you can do that in any city. You can do that in any city you want. It could be Henderson, Nevada. It can be Redding, California. Redding, California has, I think, 190,000 people. It's not going to be San Francisco, you guys. It's just not. You know what I mean? And it's not going to be, Big Bear where there's 3,000 people there. You know, it's not going to be Big Bear either. You know what I'm saying? But this stuff's the easy part, you guys. This stuff's the easy part. Finding a location, putting together some money, getting it built out, that's the easy part. The hard part is doing the work it needs to do to get it open. Because no one's willing to do that part except for the guys that are walking the stage. It's 30,000 invites the month before you open. It's 30,000 invites. So if it's one of you, that's not going to be very fun. It's 1,000 invites a day. If it's 10 of you, it's only 300 invites a day. And here's an invite, you guys. Hey, I'm opening up a smoothie shop, coming for half off. New smoothie shop, come and get one free. Hey, I just got up a new smoothie shop next to Target, come in and get one. That's 3 invites right there. You tell me I can't do 300 a day? Easily do 300 a day. That's what it takes to get these things going, you guys. We know exactly, this is like, I want you guys to think of it this way. When I came back to Herbalife, did I stop screen share? I think I did. When I came back to Herbalife, I'm like, Mark, you obviously know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. He goes, all right, sit in that chair, run this ad, make these calls, invite them to this, work this shift. I mean, he literally told me what to do, you guys. And that's all I did. I just did what he told me to do. I'm telling you, any of you guys that follow the plan that we put together to open up these clubs, if you follow it, you're going to do well. And if you don't follow it, I have no idea. I see a lot of people doing 17, 20, 25 memberships a day. I have never met anybody that did 30,000 invites doing those bad numbers. Rachel Brandon's doing 160 a day. Rachel Brandon has 3 19-year-olds who hit Active World Team this year that are making $2,000 a month working at her bar. 3 19-year-olds from Spring Arbor College, you guys. How are 19-year-olds hitting Active World Team and making $2,000 a month and you guys aren't? Simple. You're not in a club. How are 19-year-olds getting to Active World Team and a man does not Active World Team? If that isn't just brain damage, I don't get it. Look at her compared to a 19-year-old. Smart, hardworking. You know what I mean? Like, it's just taken me being around so many of the stories that I'm sick of it. 24-year-old Gabe Shipley has 3 clubs in Oklahoma, and they're not very nice. They're not like, oh, I would do them. He's got 3 clubs, and he had a cut of $7.5 million this year with 3 clubs. 24 years old, you guys. I've just seen enough where I'm sick of it. It's like Golden State Warriors. Like, whatever they're doing, we got to do that. Everybody in the NBA is shooting 3-pointers now. That's the game now. Everybody. Houston shot 26 the other day. It's like, hey, if you're not shooting 3-pointers, you're not winning NBA championships anymore. You know, if you're not opening up nutrition clubs, you're probably not getting a price team anymore. And we got 3 to 5 years to get as many of these clubs open as we can. And then you guys, these other Herbalife people like Tim Files and Bickerstaff and Tim Hendricks and those guys, they're like locusts. They're literally going into new markets and they're devouring them. I'm not going anywhere near Oklahoma. I'm not going anywhere near Arkansas. I'm not going anywhere near Ohio. I'm not going anywhere near those places, you guys. They're devouring these marketplaces. They're putting clubs every 3 miles. It's crazy. There's more nutrition clubs on the planet than there are Subway restaurants already. And they're only in 5 states in the U.S. We
register it, the club name or the club name, of course.
Yeah.
And then what's the do you have like a set time frame for when a person finds a club, or as a club and a club?
So you got to be a distributor in Herbalife for a year before you can even go on a lease. Okay, you have to be a distributor for a year. In Republic for 10 days next month, and I'm going to be in Vegas. So someone come and pick me up and let's go look at spaces. I'm going to be in Vegas at the Future Pres Team retreat. When I get back from that on January 23rd, between January 23rd and January 31st, I'm going to sign a lease with one of these clubs, probably the one you just saw, that Fresh Time Club. From there, it's going to take me 2 months to do all of the logistics, register it with Herbalife, get my business license, get it built out, get it approved by the city, get the health inspector in there. It's going to take 2 months to do that, but it's also going to take me 2 months to do the marketing. So while the build out's happening, the marketing's happening. So I'll have a lease February 1st. My goal is to be open by the end of March. And then that's when I go to work. I just go to work. And guys are figuring it out. They're figuring out where to get the $10,000 for build out. They're figuring out how to get approved for the credit. I don't know how these guys are figuring it out. I had 9 clubs that got figured out. With exception of Mira and Jay, I don't see how the other ones even got their clubs open. I mean, they must have had, I don't know if they have good credit. They didn't have any money in the bank. I mean, but these guys are just figuring it out, you guys. They're just figuring it out. And I can help with a lot of that. But here's the thing, Takesha, you don't have to figure any of it out. I have all the shake recipes. I have all the tea recipes. I have all the coffee recipes. I know who you need to call at the city. I know what kind of internet connection you need. I know what size space you need to get. I know how to find a realtor. All of it. It's all done. You guys, there's nothing to do except for execute. There's no discovery. There's no research. None of that. It's just execution. Everything's already been done, and we have everything available to us. What kind of lids do we use? We got that figured out. Where do we get our straws? We already know where to get them. Who does our build outs for us? Well, we have people. If we don't have people, we find people. How much do build outs cost? We got that figured out. What kind of flooring do we use? We got it. We already figured that out. There's nothing to figure out, you guys. It's like opening up a Starbucks, except for we don't need $1 million. We don't need $20,000 in rent. We don't need employees, and we don't need 800 people a day. We need 15 grand. We need 1,500 a month. We need 4 or 5 people willing to go hard. That's it. And 2 months of working our ass off before the doors open. That's it, you guys. It's not hard. It's not hard. So I don't know if that answered your question. What other questions you guys have?
That sound good. What I know, Hensley, he's over in Arizona. I know Khalil's out in Arizona too. Where you at in Arizona, Hensley?
Hopefully Tucson.
I can't. Or here, I mean, where you at? Where you at?
I'm in Phoenix.
So Aubrey's downline. They're opening clubs there right now. You might be able to reach out to his girls and get involved with them and work out of their clubs. That's always, by the way, that's always an option. You don't have to just open your own club right away. You might be able to talk to Susie, Myra. I don't know how close you are to Aubrey Coop. I'm not very close to him at all. So you may want you may want to team up with some other Addy organization people that might let you work out of their clubs. Khalil probably won't. He's got a closed system over there. The other thing, you guys, is there's trainings on this stuff all the time. We just had a huge one in Phoenix. I've been to Kansas City, Columbus, Michigan. I've been to Michigan 3 times this month, 3 different trainings this month. There's trainings on how to do all of this stuff. You know, you just have to go and check out 3 or 4 clubs on a Friday, sit through a training on a Saturday. You'll get it. You'll get it.
When's the next training?
I gotta find out.
Well, let us know.
It's supposed to be in February, but I don't think it's going to be in person. I think it's going to be online.
Got you.
You guys, you don't need to open a club January 1st. You don't need to. But you need to be all set and ready to start pulling the plug in March or April.
That part. Yeah, it's a few of us. Nah, it's a few of us definitely here in the Bay. Like I'm saying, we will have to look and see what's a good city that's central for us to work together. But I know that we got a few people in Vegas, Hensley in Arizona, and then the rest of us is pretty much in the Bay Area. And then
So when Enrique started in the business, he said, I want to open up clubs. So Ron Rosenau, which is his mentor, it's Danny and Graham, and then Ron and Carol. That's who's above Enrique. Enrique said, what do I need to do? They're like, well, what's your goal? And they said, I want to hit president's team. He goes, okay, you need to move to El Paso this week and start opening clubs in El Paso. He's like, what are you talking about? I live in whatever. I don't even live in Texas. What are you talking about? That's what he did, you guys. 50K pres team member. Make it 7 figures. He moved to El Paso and opened up a shitload of clubs. He just did what he was told. You know what I mean? He didn't say, well, I got this great job, because he didn't. I got this girlfriend, which he didn't. I mean, it's like, I drove 31 miles each way for 4 years and 4 months to hit president's team. I worked a full-time job. I did Herbalife full-time, and then I bartended Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. I worked 7 days a week, 110 hours a week. Of course I got the president's team, you guys. Of course I got there. I gave it all up. I stopped playing volleyball. I stopped dating. I stopped going out. I stopped watching football. I stopped going on the internet. I got rid of my television. I stopped working out 3 hours a day and started working out 40 minutes a day. I just canned it all for a little bit. And it took 4 years and 4 months to go from 0 to 40,000 a month. I just canned it all the same way any college student would. It's what a college student does. 4 or 5 years, they're flat broke. They make no money going to school. It's stressful. They move into a tiny little dorm at a place they've never even been to before, and it sucks for 4 years. So you guys need to think about that. I love Henderson, by the way. I just love Henderson. Any excuse to come to Vegas, for me, any excuse.
That's cool, man.
I think Henderson's I'm going to have to find out, and you guys need to call too. I'm going to have to find out how many nutrition clubs are in Henderson. But how many of you guys have been on one of our vacations, one of my vacations? So Jerry and Amanda, okay. And then how many of you guys have been to one of my nightclub events?
Bridget,
explain the nightclub at Extravaganza. Just explain it to these guys, what that party was like compared to Herbalife parties.
Fun. I mean, we just got treated like we mattered.
You guys, we booked the nicest nightclub in all of Houston, and I had 1,400 people come.
It was.
I didn't hear what she said, but we had DJ Marvin.
It was the best, most.
Same with our vacations, guys. We took 160 people on the Bahamas cruise. We took 124 people on the Cancun trip. My point is we do things better than everybody else. When Mark and Jill and Laura and myself and people like that start getting involved in this club model, we're going to do it better than anyone else. And I shouldn't say this on the recording, but if someone else has a club in Henderson, I'll put them out of business. Because my club will look like a Starbucks, right? My club will look like a Starbucks, not some orange and green thing with Herbalife freaking posters on the wall, right? I'll have the nicest, most attractive people, and I mean personalities. I don't mean physical looks. I'll have the nicest people there. We'll do the 30,000 invites before it opens. None of these other club owners did that. We'll use social media to get people in there. No one else does that. We'll deliver shakes and tea to all the businesses in the area. No one else does that. We'll outwork everybody. No one else does that. We'll run fit clubs because it's nice weather out there because nobody does that. I don't care if someone has 5 nutrition clubs in Henderson. I'll put them out of business. It's like if someone tries to do a nightclub in New Orleans for Extravaganza this year, you guys, I'll put them out of business. Mine will be at the sickest rooftop in New Orleans, and theirs will be at Applebee's.
Extravaganza.
I'm just saying, you guys, I don't care where people are. We'll put them out of business. Our clubs are going to be sweet. They're not going to be these rundown, awful places with a rotten hamburger on the wall. We're not doing that. Wait till we get Mira and Jay's club done, you guys, and I'm going to send you a video. You're not going to believe how sick it is. It's sick. It is. It's as nice as a Starbucks.
We ready to see, man. We ready to get it popping on our side.
I just started today on their club. I just started today. I got the bar. I got all the stuff for the walls, the new lighting, everything that's going in there. I just started today. That's what I did all day today. That's what I do, you guys. This is what I do. I'm made for this.
Listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to figure out in the Bay, and then we're going to figure out in Henderson. And then when we start to do our stuff, do our deal, we need you to come down and do what you do.
I will. I think this group ought to get a 6-month Airbnb in Henderson, and we should just all go there and just for 6 months just kill it.
Come on, let's
and then everyone can just go spread out and open their own club somewhere else. Like that's my mentality on this thing.
We got some talking to do between.
As a team, you guys do, because right now, if each of you get your own club open, then everybody on this call is going to hit Get Team. And then every club you get underneath you is going to push you to Mill and Prez. That's how it's going to work, you guys. And these club owners, by the way, they're not into fitness. They're not very healthy people. And what's crazy about them is they're all on the Herbalife vacations because they're all doing 10 or 15,000 documented volume every month, not 2502, 2512. You know, Rachel Brandon does 12,500 every single month in her own documented volume every single month. It's ridiculous, you guys. There were only 3 people in the Addy org last month that did more than 10,000. There were only 3. Out of 44,000 distributors, there were only 3 that did over 10,000 last month, and 0 Prez team members did. 0 Prez team members in the Addy org did over 10,000 volume last month, you guys. 0. Only 3 people out of 44,000 did over 10,000 last month. Ari, Maritza, and Aubrey. That's it. All these freaking club owners are doing 10, 12, 13,000 a month. Every single month. They're all on the vacations. Drives me nuts. They're all on the vacations. And I got 1 person out of 4,400 distributors in my organization that qualified for the vacation this year. Just Aubrey, no one else. And all these Midwest guys, just Bahamas, Jamaica, like it's crazy. I'm telling you guys, you get a successful club open, you're not going to be worried about money like you were. You're not going to be worried about volume like you were. You're not going to be worried about vacations. And it's going to be, I'll tell you right now, it'll be the hardest work you've ever done. Getting it open will be the hardest work you've probably ever done. But so what? And I'll be involved too. I'll come out to Henderson for a month. What else am I going to do? If my own club isn't open yet, like right now, I told Mira and Jay, I want to say the right word. I told Mira and Jay, I said, I'm your servant until January 12th. You literally tell me what to do. I'm your servant. You want to hand me a stack of 1,000 invites? I'm doing 1,000 invites. If you want me to do calls with your team, I'll do calls with your team. If you want me to paint your walls in your club, I'll paint your walls in your club. You got me till January 12th when I go to Dominican Republic. So they got me for 3 weeks. I'm their servant for 3 weeks. I don't care. The club's going to do 20,000 a month. They're going to hit Get Team. They're going to push me to 15K. I don't care. I'll do it. Does that make sense? Especially if you're 8 miles from blackjack tables and Texas Hold'em. I'll be out there.
Yeah, man, that's I think from the last time, what was that, last week or Monday? Whatever. The last time we had talked, I know everybody was like, oh, like, what's the information we need? What's the information we need? So that's been pretty good. You know, this call is recorded, so it's only going to be shared between, you know, within our.
Yeah. I'm not into those slogans that everybody uses, but this call isn't really about the information. This is really about the inspiration to get these clubs open, because we already have all the information. Everybody in North America that has done any kind of research knows I know exactly what these clubs need to look like, the size, the demographics. I know exactly what we need to do. That's not the problem. The information's not the problem. It's just most people aren't willing to do this. They're not willing to do it.
Yeah, man, we got some people on our side that's willing. So don't even trip.
Chuck and Jen are going to kill it if they get a club open. They're going to kill it. They're so damn likable. They're just so damn likable. And Chuck is just a workhorse. And anybody who comes in to see Jen in a club, they're leaving. She's amazing. And they're going to get a club open, you guys. I guarantee it. And they're going to have their baby in there. No more daycare. Think about it. It's your club. Sophie's going to be running around my club. I don't know where she is. Hold down the rug somewhere. Anybody else have any questions? Doubts? Fears? There she is. Hey. Look at her. Got Christmas bows in. My place. This is what our clubs look.
Show us your house. Show us your house.
This is what our clubs look like, guys.
Show us your house right now. Chandelier.
I put the chandeliers in. And then this is my
painting.
That's Chicago.
Blue velvet couch.
Blue velvet couch.
Show us the view. We see the view. Penthouse in Chicago.
39th floor. So that's Lake Michigan, NBC, Wrigley, Tribune, Trump Tower, and Sears Tower.
Yeah, man. That's
80-inch TV.
How many inches is that TV?
80.
Yeah, man. We need president's team. All of us.
And I'm moving. I'm giving all this up because I need to go open clubs, you guys. I'm giving it all up. If that means a month in Henderson and a month in Stockton and a month in Elk Grove, I don't care. I'm getting rid of my place. I'm not going to need it. I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to be opening up clubs, so I don't need this place.
We here, bro. We here. We ready. We finna discuss.
How come you guys are all normal color and I look like I'm bright red? What's going on here?
We got melanin on our side, bro.
What the hell? It's the lighting. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Not you, Bridge. Not you.
Look at that. I even buy myself flowers. How crazy is that?
Man, listen. We gotta respect people's time, okay? So call me if you look. First of all, thank you for getting on the call and giving us what you feel me. Thank you. First of all, hold on. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah, I appreciate all that, Jeremy. This is my job. This is my job, you guys.
Clap it up for Jerry, please. Snap. Give it up some love. Give it up some love for our president.
Thank you, Jerry.
You guys, this is my job. I'm not here to steer you guys wrong. That wouldn't make any sense. I only get paid if you guys make money. That's it. So why would I do this? Because I want you guys to make money. I don't want to see you guys struggle. I don't want to see you be world team for 5 years. I don't want to see you dropping out of Herbalife like some of these guys are. I don't want to see that, you guys.
Come on, we with it. We ready. So
okay.
Pop in.
You guys let me know what the next step is, but
yeah, I'm gonna call you.
Be on the Monday Nutrition Club calls and try and watch the Friday Zooms, you guys, because everything we're going to be talking about in 2019 is clubs. Mark and Jill are not stupid, you guys.
Definitely not. I'm gonna add on them to the. I don't even think they on. I think maybe Amanda is. But I don't think the rest of them are on the Facebook for this. I'm gonna add them. Yeah, I'm gonna add. So I'm gonna call you. Thank you for getting on the call. We're gonna share this into our organization. Call me if you need me. I'll call you and let you know what's popping.
I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready, you guys.
Till the next time.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right.